Hey there, Scoop sports fans. It's Friday afternoon. It's just been an international break. What a time to talk about the upcoming Premier League fixtures with my trusty sports reporters. We've got Sam here. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everyone.
And we've got Declan here as well.
Hi.
So after the international break, are you looking forward to the Premier League coming back?
I don't know, actually. It's been a fantastic international break.
It has been one of the good ones. It's kind of revived my faith in it.
Yeah, I think it has. And that we had such drama in the playoffs. Can the Premier League live up to it? I don't know.
We'll start off at Goodison Park, 12:45 Saturday. BT Sport will be showing Everton versus Liverpool, the first Merseyside derby of Roberto Martinez.
Yeah, and actually, before we talk about it, there's been a lot in the paper about the fact that it's Swansea's derby almost, because we've got Martinez, we've got Rodgers, they both want to play good football, and Swansea's actually been receiving a lot of praise.
Yeah, I think that's a good comment. And there's been, I saw in the Sun today about Jordan Henderson, that he's the man to watch out for.
150th Premier League appearance.
Yeah,
which is very surprising.
How many Premier League appearances?
But really, the stars of the show are Suarez and Sturridge for Liverpool, and
it'll be interesting to see how Jagielka does. I think you know, against an England teammate, a Uruguayan that's going to be playing at the World Cup. Big test for Jagielka.
Good form, Liverpool as well.
Very good form.
I've only lost to Arsenal recently.
So it's the Premier League clash of the Titans. Arsenal, top of the table, host third place Southampton at 3 o'clock on Saturday. And Arsenal, obviously, top of the league. A lot has been discussed about them. But Southampton, clearly, the surprise package of the season.
I'm delighted at the surprise package of the season. They're doing it in the correct way. They're bringing through homegrown players. You've seen Adam Lallana, Jay Rodriguez, played for England recently. And they're playing in such a lovely way, a very attractive style. And it doesn't surprise me really that they're up there, because the signings they've made have been superb. They've already beaten Liverpool away this season. Can they do it again at Arsenal? Maybe, but Arsenal are looking brilliant.
I think perhaps before Walcott being fit for this game, you probably thought, yeah, Southampton stand a chance. But I think with Walcott being there, the partnership he's going to build up with Ozil, I think Arsenal will probably be a little bit too much for them.
Arsenal 2 points clear at the top currently, and they could go further because Liverpool, like we discussed earlier, have got a tough game, so it's a big game for the Gunners on Saturday. Next game we're going to focus on is at the KC Stadium, where Hull are hosting managerless Crystal Palace. Hull have been doing pretty well. They look like a solid team, hard to break down, unless you're Southampton, will hammer you. But Crystal Palace, without a manager, do we think they can survive the drop, or are they just an accident waiting to happen?
Well, I think they're very light at the minute in terms of their squad, the actual quality they've got. It's clear there's a gulf between, you know, them, Sunderland, and the rest of the league at the minute. But Tony Pulis, if he does come in, he's going to make them hard, he's going to make them tougher. I just wonder if perhaps he's going to say to Stoke, you know what, you're missing out here because I am a good manager, and he's going to show it with Crystal Palace. If he does get appointed, we're still waiting, of course, for that announcement.
Yeah, and obviously, there's some talk about a £1 million bonus if he keeps them up. I don't think he'll be getting £1 million in his pocket, I've got to be honest with you boys, because Crystal Palace, they don't look much for me. They've done all right against Everton actually recently. They showed some heart and passion, but showing heart and passion is not enough in the Premier League. You've got to show some quality. And Shamak up front struggling, isn't he? He really is. And I just can't see where they're going to sort of come out of this spell.
We've got the two biggest managers in the world facing off against each other on 5:30 on Saturday, as Jose Mourinho's Chelsea go to Sam Allardyce's West Ham. What do you think about the Hammers deck?
They're struggling for me. He keeps trying to play 4-6-0 because he's got no strikers. Made a big mistake in the transfer window not getting another striker in. Andy Carroll's not fit. I can't see where the goals are coming from, I've got to be honest with you. So big game for Allardyce really. He's got his job's on the line, I'd say. He's
been clinging on to the victory at White Hart Lane for a long time now, and having one excellent away win a season is not enough to keep you up, I don't think.
And they're Norwich, they capitulated. Absolutely, the 1-0 up, capitulated. Bit worrying for West Ham fans.
And Chelsea, I don't think they really know what their best team is yet, do they?
No, it's a case of too many cooks spoil the broth. They've got so many attacking options. It's almost like Mourinho just has to put them all in a bag, take one out and go, okay, it's going to be De Bruyne, Mata and Hazard this week. I think if Chelsea have to do something, they need a strong 11 where everybody knows their role, they're played week in, week out. Look at Arsenal at the minute, they've succeeded where they've had a steady 11 now, and they're reaping the rewards. And I just feel with Chelsea, there's too much interchanging of players going in and out of the side. It needs to be more structured.
probably the most mouth-watering game of the weekend happens on Sunday, as Man City, quite brilliant at home this season, but I know they're struggling away, but they're at home this weekend against Andre Villas-Boas' Spurs. Tottenham need to score. Tottenham need to go and have a go at them.
There is pressure on Villas-Boas. I don't think he knows his starting 11. I've got to be honest, his best, strongest 11. Christian Eriksen was obviously injured. There's a lot of clamour from Spurs fans for Eric Lamela to come into the side. He's a superb player. He needs to come in. He will offer creativity, directness that Spurs are missing, and he might be able to will give Soldado the service that's required for more goals. There's a great stat that Sam told me before the show about Spurs had scored 9 goals against Wigan a couple of years ago, 3 years ago. This season they've only scored 9 goals in all their games, so it's a bit worrying for Spurs.
Whereas City's obviously free scoring at home. I mean, Sergio Aguero, I tell you what, the more you watch him, the more you like him as a player. He's absolutely superb. They're nice and fluid in attack. And I do fear for Tottenham, I have to say. As good as they have been this season, City at home are formidable at the minute.
It's all about the start for me. Spurs get off to 2 slower starts. I think in 8 of their Premier League games, they've gone in at half-time 0-0. Not good enough. You've got to get out and start quicker, and the tempo's got to be higher.
I think they need to sort out their. They look a bit kind of predictable in attack, just passing it around the box and stuff. And when you go to the Etihad and City attack on you, and the fluidity of their movement, it's going to be a big test for Spurs. We're going to talk about the Midlands derby on Monday night now. It's Aston Villa versus West Brom. Aston Villa recently came out of a run of 4 straight games without scoring a goal. They beat Cardiff 2-0. And I think the international break might have done good for them, and definitely done good for Christian Benteke, do you think?
Definitely. He needs to come back to form. Villa really do rely on him. I'm not convinced by Kovac. Not someone who I'm particularly enamoured by. And Benteke really needs to start firing all cylinders, because he's such a focal point to that side. Without him, they sort of lose shape and they don't really have a point of attack. So if he can regain some form, score a goal on Monday, I'm sure he'll be back to his best.
But it won't be easy, of course, because West Brom are perhaps one of the most solid teams in the division. Jakob and Malumbu in central midfield are an excellent partnership. You've got Olsen and Macaulay at the back. Steve Clark's brought in a very solid spine there, and it certainly won't be easy for Aston Villa to break them down.